start with the Tiger Walk. You never know what to expect. They showed up tonight, and it was great. Tremendous atmosphere. What a way to honor the seniors that so rightfully deserve all the credit. Just proud of them and their efforts. Those seniors, those super seniors, they've seen a lot, and I've been fortunate to be here the whole time with them. And a lot of ups and downs, but they've had a lot of ups, and they've had a lot of adversity this season. But they've stayed the course. They've led us. They've done it the right way, and they continue to believe and fight. I don't want to fast, but whether it's after the Mississippi, we had the 3 losses. They continue to show up and fight, right? And then turn around and put up a good game against you, and then have a downturn, and they show up and fight. And even the second half of Houston, we lost that game. We got our butts kicked, but they showed up and fight. They never quit. Down at halftime this week, tonight versus a good Tulane team, and they kept fighting and believing. And that, to me, I will always remember this team with. We've had talented teams here. We've had great coaches. And I just feel very fortunate to have guys that believe and fight, because they will have success the rest of their lives. And this is not me saying on my soapbox, but this is the opportunity for me to give credit where it's due to those guys. And I'm just so proud of their efforts. They all showed up in a variety of different ways. Obviously, wonderful to have 4 takeaways and 0 turnovers. I haven't been able to say that in a long time, man. That gives me a sigh of relief. And just so proud, right? I understand that the standards I need to uphold and we need to uphold. And I told you guys that the minimum standards going to a bowl game, and we were able to accomplish that tonight. And I'm still not pleased with the record. But I'm not going to let that take away what these guys have accomplished and what we're still the opportunity to accomplish. And, when it's all said and done, no one's going to be happy with the end result, regardless of what occurs in the bowl game. If we have the opportunity to hoist a trophy, a lot of people will soon forget what that record was. And these guys deserve everything because they battled. I've got to continue to do a better job to make sure I put our team in the best position. But when it's all said and done, credit to our seniors to be able to end a successful career in the Liberty Bowl tonight this way. Fittingly, that probably the leader of our team, J.J. Russell, was to recover the onside kick. And just so proud of them. And look forward to it. No, I don't know what bowl game we're going to. I hope to find out in the next 24 hours. We do have a team meeting by noon tomorrow, and then we'll set the schedule. But just so happy for our guys. You guys have known a lot of those faces have been around for a long time, and the way to honor them, it couldn't have ended in a better fashion tonight. We still got one more.
Evan, Franklin, and Terry, then we'll open it up.
Ryan, you mentioned obviously the bowl game and the streak being something that you guys is the minimum standard by your own measure, but it is just something to be proud of. So I'm guessing, what was the mood just in the locker room from at least from the seniors and the guys realizing, hey, we still got one more game to play?
Yeah, the mood was obviously quite a lot of excitement, and rightfully so. I mean, you think about the work that not only those seniors have put in, for some of them for 6 years. I mean, think about the amount of work that it takes for an 18 to 23-year-old, what it is to be a college student athlete. And we work here at Memphis. And I know every college program works and all this stuff. And I've been so fortunate to be along that ride with them and to see what they were able to accomplish, whatever it looked like. It's just, you're just so happy. Like I won't be able to sleep tonight just thinking about how happy I am for those guys, J.J. Russell, John Tates, Sean Dykes, all those guys that have really poured into this program and given everything. And they've seen a lot of it. And they've seen the growth. They've seen the ups and downs, but they've battled. They've had my back. We talked about being in the foxhole earlier this morning, and just honored. So the mood, a lot of jubilation, a lot of pride, a lot of excitement, and they understand what it means to go to another bowl game. But let me tell you, if I know anything about this group, they'll be excited, but they'll be ready to get back to work here before too long.
And second for me, just obviously, seems like the last few games, Ace has kind of just come along as a pass catcher in the receiving end. First of all, where was this all season? And second of all, kind of what was the plan to realize, hey, we might have something here with him we can use him more in that phase?
I think part of it is we always known that Asa has a good ability, especially as a pass catcher. With Colin Watkins being out for the year, that kind of moved Asa's role up a little bit in that what we call that 4-back position. We can let him. Then we were able to see a lot more of him at practices. We've also had backs out, Brandon Thomas, right, who's been hurt. I told you guys, last year at Navy, I didn't want to be a running back by committee, but that's the nature of it. And so you get to see different skill sets. Obviously, you don't want to put Asa in every time it's a pass and every time it's third down. But he's really streaked. I just our wonderful sports information director Scott just told me, he said, I believe on that 70-yard drive he had 68 of those yards, and then he turns back around on the kickoff and knocks the ball loose. I mean, you want to talk about a series? And look, he's a guy. If you look at his career, right, went to 2 different high schools, went down to IMG, and then transferred back to Alabama, and then he started his career at Auburn, and then Miami, and now here, and it hadn't been an illustrious career here, but tonight is one of those reasons why we keep fighting, keep doing things the right way. So where's it been all year? He's had it in him. You can blame me maybe for holding him back.
Ryan, you talked about the bowl game, but just equally as important. If you lose this game in the year with a losing record, now you guys have a chance to end it on a winning record. How significant is that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I understand I'm not oblivious to what I need to accomplish here, right? Whether we talk about winning records, all that stuff. I've got the full support of our administration. They've been absolutely wonderful. But I also look at it like I couldn't fathom what it'd be like to be the losing record and go into an off season. And that doesn't mean we say, oh, it's all said and done. We can't. But it certainly changes a lot of things. And we've done that. Last year winning a bowl game did wonders for us in the off season. The mood, the mindset, all that stuff. We get more practices now, right? We played now 28 freshmen. That allows us to be able to get more practice with a lot of those young guys, right? We've had now 48 players have missed a game. Let me say it again, 48 players have missed a game due to injury this year. Allows us hopefully to get a little bit healthier. But going to a bowl game absolutely is totally, right? If we had lost that game, I'd be up here and there'd be some, I don't read your guys' work anymore, sorry, but there'd probably be some negative things being said about me, and rightfully so. We had to find a way to win a game. And we had been able to do that, You go back to some of these games that we've lost, whether it's kicking, right? David Kemp, congratulations to him, stepped up tonight, right? Had his kicks not gone through, it may have been the same old song and dance had we had some turnover. So what it allows is take a deep sigh. Okay, good job, on to the next thing. But it at least feels like you're still doing it the right way. Again, this has nothing to do with me. I'm just so proud of the guys and be able to send the seniors off the right way, at least for now, and then get ready for our bowl game.
How much at this point of the season, in the last game, after the bowl game, is just do whatever you need to do to win the game? And you gave up 305 rushing yards at the end of the day. You score more points than Tulane. Is that kind of where the mindset is?
Yeah, I go over the keys to victory before we leave the team hotel, and on the whiteboard today it said whatever it takes, and whatever it takes, we want it all. And truly, I mean, you had guys that would normally, like Sean Dykes, normally you'll look over and Sean does one of these every so often when he's gotten his 70th play, and tonight didn't see that. And he's like, you're gonna drag his body off this darn field before those guys lay down. And so, absolutely, I mean, guys doing anything it took, right? We talked about Asa Martin being able to do that, and then running back on kickoff and finding a way. I just think that speaks well to the mentality of these guys. And look, we've seen college football this day and age, even since I've been here in my 6 years, it's ever changing. Right? I'm not just talking about the stuff off the field, but just the way the game's played. They're all close now. I mean, they really are, and every team's capable of any team. This is the Tulane team that took Oklahoma to the wire. That someone said they recovered 4 onside kicks. So as soon as they were lining up for that onside kick, I said, "Oh, I've seen this movie before." It's just that's the way this thing goes. And we talk about the margin for error, in these conversations post game is getting lesser and lesser, and it's harder and harder. So you got to go out there and execute. I think like tonight we were able to execute for the most part. Now, was it always pretty? No, we still can't run the darn ball. They kept playing man coverage. They challenged us. I mean, they're one of the few teams that pressed and played man coverage on Calvin. I mean, literally, they walked up and you could see the guy's breath going into Calvin's and just said, we're going to challenge you guys man to man. And that creates some issues in the run game. And we weren't able to run the football as effectively as we want. But we had to win those one-on-one battles as the receivers, right? And no different. They were able to run the ball pretty effectively. They gashed us with some explosive runs. We're going to have to find different ways. We certainly haven't found the answer after one win, but at least it gives you a chance to, okay, now go out there and continue to coach your guys for one more time.
Hey, Coach, when you finally went into the victory formation and then the win was guaranteed, what emotions were through your body? I know this season's been a roller coaster, coming in not knowing what to expect, especially from that position, and finally get that win in the victory formation. What emotions were through, not coach through?
Yeah, Terry, I won't BS you. I mean, it's so first thought was so happy for the guys, and then second was I had a big sigh of, okay, you know. No. Like I said, I'm just so happy for the seniors and the guys that have done it the right way. And I think about what we've gone through this year, and rightfully so. We haven't done it to the expectations and standards that I want for this program. As I'm the head coach here, we've got a certain standard that we're going to uphold, and it hadn't gone that way this year. And so when that last knee, you know, I was still holding my breath because you never know, right? You make sure the under center exchange is still there. But when that clock struck zero, just proud more than anything, and just saying, okay, the adversity we went through this year, man, it sucked. I don't ever want to do that again. I don't ever want to even go through the crap we went through, and that's on me as a head coach to make sure I get that fixed. But it was a sense of, okay, we'll be just fine. And sometimes I don't care if you're a 41-year-old head coach that's doing this for 23 years, or you're a true freshman quarterback or veteran running back. We talked about Asa's, what he's gone through in his career. It's just a sense of, okay, it's all going to work out, and just couldn't wait to get back to the locker room with our guys and celebrate.
Farley, hey, you talked about David Kemp. His confidence seems to be improving. Has it been a mechanics thing, an injury thing, or just confidence?
Yeah, I think, kickers are a different breed. I can say that. Hopefully no one calls me out and like a PETA commercial or something, but kickers are a different breed. And he's a freshman, and a freshman kicker that had some adversity, but he's been, I do think confidence and feeling completely comfortable with it. And we know, right, he's only going to be as good as his next kick. And so, but I do feel like, the cool thing is, I don't know if you guys saw this, when he made those kicks, it wasn't the offense players, it wasn't the coaches, it was the defensive seniors that ran over to him and hugged him and high-fived him, because part of that's gained that confidence and that trust of his teammates, which, frankly, maybe I'm a poor coach because I haven't done a lot of motivational speeches to our kicker. I've had some conversations with him, but the mechanics, I think he understands to trust it, and I think he's only going to get better because we know he's super talented.
Did you give him bowl cake? That bowl cake you get?
No, I don't know what. I hope they saved me some. Guy's birthday. Good.
Anything else, Coach?
Is that Devin? Are you wearing a chinchilla jacket right there? I've been distracted the whole time. That's actually why I got tears in my eyes, because I said Devin's wearing a chinchilla tiger jacket. I like it. That's why I'll get the guys for their bowl warm-ups. You think they'll like that? I love it. Thank you, guys. Honestly, and y'all have got a job to do, but I appreciate what you guys do, and continue to show these young men in a wonderful light. Thank you.